Welcome, Valonia Eagle fans, to 8th grade football live from John Hawks Memorial Field on the campus of the Greenbrier Panthers. This will be your 8th grade Valonia Eagles versus the 8th grade Greenbrier Panthers. 8th grade Eagles come into this game a perfect 8-0, Drake, also only giving up 8 points on the entire season. And we look for these guys, this very talented class, to build upon that.
Yeah, not only giving up just 8 points, but last I checked, I crunched the numbers, Corey, 234 points on the season, 234 to 8.
Are you sure you're not slighting us some points?
I'm slighting you 2 points, actually. 236, I think it is, actually.
I didn't know that. I was just kidding, but, hey, I like it. That's a lot of points to very little. And the thing that most folks would not realize if you're looking at stats is that all 236 of those points have been scored in the first half.
That's
8th
exactly
grade
right.
Eagles yet to score a touchdown in the second half. Not because we don't still have talented players on the field. We do go to our second-string offense typically in the second half.
Right.
But coaches get quite a bit more conservative with play calling, give some other guys an opportunity to carry the ball. It doesn't get any easier on the opponent in the second half, as most of those starters then go over to the defensive side.
Right.
And makes it a little, not any tougher, just not any easier.
Exactly.
Just a talented group of kids all the way around here, this Valonia 8th grade class.
Oh, yeah. I was talking to Tony Furman, former junior high coach here that left a couple years ago to pursue the mission field, work in the mission field, and he said, how good's the 8th grade team this year? And I said, well, they haven't scored a touchdown in the second half all season. And I guess it's a little misleading, but then you get into the crunching the numbers. But really, they're just that dominant, I mean, they really, offensively, you cannot stop them. We've seen Cannon Bartlett take quite a few touchdowns or kickoffs back for a touchdown to begin the ball game. We saw it last week and hope to see it again this week, Corey.
You definitely do see Bartlett tend to take those opening kickoffs back for a rather large gain, if not a touchdown.
Right.
If they're able to keep Bartlett out of the end zone on the kickoff, then you get a heavy dose of Seth Kirk out of the backfield, more Bartlett out of the backfield.
Yeah.
Jamison Hinesley from the X receiver position, Connor Erie from the Z position, and then Campbell Osier from the Y. And then, of course, the big gun in the backfield there, that would be Austin Myers slinging the ball all over the field when we're not running it up the middle or around the end. I mean, really and truly, it's a very difficult offense to contain, regardless of the system that we're running, predominantly the split-back veer. You will see the 8th grade do a lot more spread-type formations and some other exotic things, especially tonight. I saw them practicing some stuff that is not on film currently. So I expect to see a lot of wrinkles out of the offense here tonight. Hope to see a lot of points put up. Let me hit these captains real quick. For the Eagles there, you see number 11, that is Jamison Hinesley. 18 is Austin Myers. 32, Cannon Bartlett. And 34th, Seth Kirk. For the Panthers, number 15, Nick Hewitt. Number 9, Cooper Wilcox, and number 1, Jacob Mathis. And that's 3 of Greenbrier's big guns.
Yeah. 15,
Hewitt will be their do-it-all guy out of the backfield. Wilcox will be the quarterback. And then Mathis will split out wide, also play some fullback in their set.
I tell you, Corey, I've come to notice Wilcox is a Greenbrier name. You see a lot of I call a lot of the Pee Wee games, and we have Greenbrier pretty often. And Wilcox commonly comes up in football, and you see those 3 guys should be pretty effective, big factors for the Panthers tonight.
Cooper Wilcox, son of Matt Wilcox, a member of the last Greenbrier State Championship basketball team.
State champ? What?
Yes, it happened. And back in my day, a long time ago.
Yeah.
So that tells you how long ago it was. But, yeah, Matt was a part of that team. Matt, one of the Pee Wee football coaches that me and some of my friends coached against in this grade here. Known him for a long time. He's a good guy. A lot of respect amongst the two sides on that. As much as we are rivals, we definitely do have some friends on both sides of the ball here. So, I mean, definitely going to be rooting for the Eagles tonight, no doubt about it. But there's a lot of mutual connection with the rivalry and growing up playing youth sports against one another and everything. And you asked me to give you as many Greenbrier stories as I could. I'll try to remember some good ones throughout the years. I won't share every one of them because I want to save some for tomorrow night, obviously.
The best. You got to save the best for tomorrow night. But this, you see a Greenbrier taking the field, and it's not. It's a rivalry game, of course, but both teams, you see a lot of sportsmanship, especially at the junior high level. Guys that are just out there to play ball, and we hope to see that again tonight. Not a lot of dirty play from either team, but just good, hard-nosed football, and you know these 8th grade Eagles, they know how to play.
Well, Drake, you mentioned that. I don't expect to see any dirty play out of either side. These kids, in this social media age, my son is pretty good social media friends with quite a few of these guys down there on the Greenbrier sideline, including Cooper. Him and Cooper, they talk almost every day via one of the social medias or the other. So, you know, they're going to play as hard as they can against one another, but at the end of the contest, they're all going to shake hands, and they're all going to still remain friends off the field. Yeah. So I expect to see a good, clean, hard-fought football game. You see Coach Randy Tribble, the head high school coach of the Greenbrier Panthers, down there on the sideline. He knows the importance of the rivalry game, even all the way down to the 8th grade, and he'll be helping out tonight. I expect to see some of our high school coaches. I do see Coach Cron and Coach Sullivan already over there across the way. So you know, expect to see a lot riding here from both sides of the ball, Drake.
We are set to begin here, and I'm excited about it. Like you said, a lot of these guys know each other. My best cross-conference friend in junior high was Tanner Vanaco, who now starts at running back for Greenbrier. So these guys, they know each other quite well, and we'll see that play out here, and hopefully a very well-contested, well-played, and fair ball game.
So Greenbrier is going to kick off to the Eagles to start the game. They're probably going to kick over here in this corner like you saw the Eagles do last Friday night against Clarksville in a high school game. That's what I've seen them do in 7th grade, and they do some of that in Pee Wee ball as well. You see Bartlett is back deep to receive for the Eagles. Erie is up on the next level, and so is Seth Kirk. Then you have Aaron Brown. Let's see who else is out there. Ethan Cash and Colton Dunlap there in the middle of the field. So 3 guys back there deep with hands, expecting the kick to be shallow, and it's actually going to be an onside. It does go 10 yards. That's going to be covered by number 25. That's Wilson, Luke Wilson. So good job by him to get his hands on the ball and just get down with no blocking in front of him.
That is the only way to prevent a touchdown for the Eagles' hands team is to onside kick it, for sure.
If we don't get it, we can't score, right? Is that the thinking?
That's the thinking.
Maybe Greenbrier just wanted to try to get a lead on us because they didn't. Maybe it's, you know, if we get the ball, they know we're going to score. I don't know. Is that it?
I think that's exactly what it is.
Am I being too much of a homer?
I'm calling Bartlett to the house on this one.
Well, here we go. It is Bartlett on the trap play, and Bartlett's going to have a good gain out over the 50 to the 47, maybe the 46. Good run on first down. It's going to bring up 2nd and 2. That little trap play works good on, you know, we see that in the high school, and it's one of our better plays we run as far as an inside run in the high school games on Friday nights.
Yes, it is. Look for the Eagles to utilize that well tonight.
So Erie and Osier split to the bottom of your screen. Hinesley alone to the top. Give is to Kirk straight ahead. Turf Monster gets him at the 45. He's going to be down at the 43. It's enough for a Valonia Eagle first down, but I'd like to see what could have been had he not tripped there.
No kidding. You're used to the explosive plays here. And then 41 there looks like Dawson Spencer for the Panthers with bringing him down pretty quickly, but the Eagles set up with another first down.
So same setup as before. Myers goes to the gun. There's the snap. He's looking to throw. He's going to look deep for Hinesley. Ball's in the air, and Hinesley has it, and he's going to be down. I think he's going to be down shy of the – actually, they're going to call that incomplete, Drake. I thought he had it, and maybe it's the old you got to control the ball to the ground rule. I don't know. It almost looked like there was a knee down and then a shoulder, and as he was stretching for the goal line, it was when the ball came out. So I'm thinking we should be 1st and goal at the 2, yet we are in the house of the Panthers, so Lord only knows what kind of calls we might get tonight.
Look at that. Already. I mean, it didn't take very long, Corey.
I didn't call any names.
Hey, it's okay. We'll look back and forgive the referees after we score here in the next couple plays.
So this time it's going to be Bartlett straight ahead on 2nd down. He has about 5, maybe 6 out to the 38-yard line.
Yeah. Dawson Spencer there again.
If you got that list, you go ahead and call them out if you see who makes that tackle. That'll be just fine.
I feel like the Eagles are toying with him a little bit. Like they know they can go explosive deep, but they're just, we're just waiting to bring out the big guns for a little bit.
Maybe it's the old lull to sleep and then hit the big show. There's Bartlett off right tackle. He's got all kinds of running room, making guys miss. The 3rd man finally brings him down. It's number 2, Shannon Howard. That's another one of Greenbrier's big players. You're going to hear his name called a lot throughout the broadcast. Another first down for the Eagles. That'll be 1st and 10 at the 23 of the Panthers.
That's right. I'm not used to this, Corey. So many first downs in the 8th grade game. The Eagles usually don't have very many, do they?
It's usually touchdown, touchdown. We usually have more touchdowns than first downs. You see Kirk off left guard there. And how many Panthers does it take to bring Seth Kirk down? The answer is every one of them.
Every single one of them. Number 1, Jacob Mathis leading the way there with, it looks like 64 coming in behind him, Jeremiah Parker. But Kirk not to be stopped easily inside the 10-yard line, 1st and goal.
Box only, as we like to say it down on the chain gang from my days down there. So Erie and Hinsley to the top of the screen, Osiers to the bottom. Pitches to Kirk. Bartlett with a great block on the edge. Kirk will not be denied. Touchdown, V-Town, get off of me, Panther.
I like it. And a little show on the shoulder pad.
Yes. So Seth goes in from 10 yards out there, bumbling, stumbling, rumbling, running over and through people. Bartlett, as I said, had the key block there on Mathis on the edge to get Kirk sprung to the second level. Excellent run by Seth Kirk.
Bumbling, stumbling.
Wildcat formation. It's Kirk with the direct snap. He's going to be short of the goal line. And that's the first time I've seen the 8th grade Eagles run the Wildcat.
Yep, 41 there once again. Dawson Spencer also there, 64. Jeremiah Parker bringing him down. And the Eagles last week, interesting fact, did not convert a single two-point conversion.
And still scored 30.
Yeah, 34 points.
34 points, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it didn't. That wasn't a huge part of the ball game.
Well, it says something about, I guess, maybe our short yardage gain. But if you're looking at it and you've got 2 or 3 or 4 cracks from 3 yards in, we're going to put the ball in there every time. From one, with one play, maybe not. So, good job by the Eagles to convert there. They lead 6-0. I'll get a scoreboard up here momentarily. It's going to be Campbell Osier to kick it off, or maybe Bartlett now.
Yeah,
Eagles going a little onside of their own, and we're going to have the football. Eagle football at the Panther 49-yard line.
The Panther fans are quiet, Corey.
Well, that's typically how this goes. People get really fired up to start, and it doesn't take long to take the winds out of the sails when this 8th grade Eagle group gets it rolling.
Mr. Steve Wood himself down there. Isn't that awesome?
Where is he?
Here in my blue cap. He just turned to us, and he was not too happy with that.
Are you sure that was Steve Wood?
He turned to me. He waved and smiled and everything.
Is he in the stands or down there on the sideline?
He's down on the sideline, but we got to pass deep.
It's going to be too long for Hinsley. Are you talking about on the Panther sideline or somewhere else? Because I'm completely lost.
Panther sideline. Khaki pants.
That's not Steve. That's one of the coaches.
Yeah.
That's where you had me confused, man.
It's that quick glance.
I got you. I see the resemblance, definitely. I see the resemblance.
Does everyone from Greenbrier look like that? Is that how that? I feel like
only the important ones.
Oh, well, there you go.
So 2nd and 10 from the Panther 49, 3:22 left to play in the first quarter. Here come the Eagles again after the onside kick recovery. That's going to be a fumble on the play. I don't think that Bartlett ever had the football. The handoff looked odd. Bartlett ran through the hole rather quickly. He didn't look like he expected to get the football. And disaster there for the Eagles. Going to be turnover on the fumble. First down Panthers at their own 46.
Yeah, number 73, Brandon Butler there on the recovery. Pretty excited afterwards, and we'll get to see the Eagle defense for the first time. And it's just as if Greenbrier would have recovered the onside kick. So no harm, no foul here.
So the Eagles are going to start it with Hinsley at safety. I see Hank Sal down there at one corner. Is that that's going to be Clay Jones at the other corner position. I'll try to get all the linebackers and whatnot here in a moment.
McCool out there near side.
Kirk's going to start in the middle. Quick throw out to number 15. That's incomplete.
It's Nicholas Hewitt.
Yeah, Nick Hewitt, their big do-everything guy. You'll see him line up wide. You'll see him line up in the backfield. He actually played for both 7th grade teams last year when we played them the second time around.
Is that fair?
Yeah, apparently it is in 7th grade football because he took his white jersey off and put a blue one on and played both games.
Did it matter? We won both of those, didn't we?
No, we lost both of those, actually. Yeah, it was the only losses last year, and that's Hewitt off left tackle there. He gets a couple. Pile still being moved. Eagles too many Eagles standing back here just watching.
Yeah.
At that point, everybody needs to come hitting the pile trying to drive it both ways. I don't like what I see out of the Eagles secondary there. So what looked like it was going to be about a 3-yard gain turns into a 7-yard gain. 3rd and 3 for the Panthers out at the Eagle 47.
That line right there is big for both sides. It'll be a battle of the trenches here if the receivers, we've seen two passes drop, fall incomplete. So we'll see what the trenches look like here on this play especially.
So Wilcox with Hewitt the lone back. It's Hewitt straight up the middle. He has the first down plus a yard. He's going to be out to the Eagle 43 where he's going to have 1st and 10 there.
96, Elisha Lee falling down on him there. Also there, number 47, Wesley Strange. As it looked like the ball carrier came up the middle, weren't really able to get a clean tackle on him, but if you're falling on him, bringing him down, that's all that matters as long as he gets down. But nonetheless, they pick up that first down, 1st and 10 from the 43.
So Wilcox is going to be all by himself in the backfield now. Hewitt's going to split out in the slot. He's the man in motion there. Snap goes to Wilcox. Quick throw out to number 25. Kirk's there to hit him quickly. That's Jackson Harp on the reception. He's going to pick up about 3 out to the Eagle 40. It's going to bring up 2nd and 7 there for the Panthers.
Everyone on the Eagle sideline looks a little confused and just mesmerized. I don't know if they've ever seen a team, maybe one in that one touchdown they allowed against Maumelle, but very few other teams have crossed the 45, 50-yard line into Eagle territory this season.
Definitely trying to get figured out. They're moving Hewitt around, and I know that we are keying on him. You see Hewitt is really good at lowering his pads and trying to push through that first tackle. Kirk that time goes low and gets his leg. Hewitt's still able to drag him forward for a couple out to the 38. It's going to bring up 3rd and 4 for the Panthers there.
Isn't that fundamental for Kirk, though? You see, if Kirk doesn't go that low, he's going to hit helmet to helmet and bounce right off. But you see how low he gets there on the legs of Hewitt. Outstanding fundamental tackling there for Kirk.
I think that's what happened on the first couple of Hewitt runs where he was able to keep the pile moving.
Right.
Harp comes in motion, gives to him on the jet sweep there. Kirk is giving chase. He has him ridden down at the 30, but it's going to be plenty for a Panther first down as they continue to move the chains. 44 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. 1st and 10 for the Panthers, actually at the 29-yard line of the Eagles.
Now, we talked about it, Corey. The Eagles will look good all season, so good. But in a rivalry game, everything's thrown out the window. The records are thrown out. I mean, you can't trust anything on the books. And it's showing here with the Panthers already driving.
So Hewitt's going to set up in the backfield with Wilcox this time. The give is going to be to Hewitt. He's looking for a space. Big Colton Barrow gets a hold of him there. He goes a little bit high. Probably could have taken him down in the backfield if he had gotten him low, but holds him to the smallest gain thus far of only a yard out to the Eagle 28 is pretty much where the ball is going to be.
Haven't seen a ton of Colton Barrow this season, but good to see him getting in on that one right there. Very aggressive, very strong.
He's got to stay healthy. He had the ankle, and then he had the wrist.
That's right. That's what it was.
So Wilcox has the ball. He's going to look to pass. Throwing deep this time. We've got guys back there. Hank Sal almost intercepts the football. If he had the Odell Beckham Jr. stick him on that left hand, I think it's Eagles football there.
Stick him. Is that legal anymore?
Whatever they don't see is legal. It's only illegal if you get caught, right?
Which is baseball. That's the only time they do get caught is baseball.
Pretty much. We're going to take a quick break here and roll our sponsor commercials for you. This is Valonia Eagle Football Live, Eagle Vision.
Charlie Roller was an outstanding athlete at Valonia, and he truly exemplified what it meant to be a Valonia Eagle. On behalf of the Valonia Football Foundation, we would like to say thank you to the Friends of Charlie for their continued support of the Charlie Roller Classic. This event has allowed ongoing support to many sporting events and activities throughout the Valonia School District. D&N Construction has always been a supporter of Valonia athletics, and Valonia football is no exception. On behalf of the Valonia Eagle Football Foundation, we thank you for your continued support of Valonia.
Sorry, a little bit late getting back to you there, trying to roll both of those commercials. It was a quick pass to the flats to Jackson Harp. He's tackled for a loss. It's going to bring up 4th and about 14 for the Panthers. Eagle defense looking to make the stop here at the start of the second quarter. Still Greenbrier's first drive of the of the game that they've had.
Yeah, and that right there is a blown play. Eagles didn't make a great defensive play, but Greenbrier not very intelligent on that pass. The receiver falling down, quarterback didn't make a great throw there. And here we go. That was the quickest quarter exchange I've ever seen as they set up for fourth down.
So Panthers are going to throw deep. That's Hinsley coming across, and he has the interception at the 15-yard line, and Wilcox just floated that ball up there. I don't think he was expecting to see a safety that's actually paying attention, apparently, because that ball was thrown basically to Hinsley.
That or he wanted it to get picked. Maybe they made a deal before the ball game, but you look at it and, Corey, I hate saying it. I do, but I'm going to say it anyway. Hinsley bats that ball down, 1st and 10 for the Eagles from the 33-yard line.
That was the first thought that rolled through my head, but in the mind of an 8th grader, it's I want to pick, And
he got it, You can't. He got it.
I'm proud for him. Bartlett splits into the slot with Erie. Throw is going to be to Bartlett.
Oh.
Same play that Hart fell down on. Bartlett breaks a couple of tackles. He's going to be brought down by number 6 out at the 28-yard line, and he's going to have a first down there.
Keaton Whitley, and also in there, number 1, Jacob Mathis for the Panthers. Nonetheless, that's good enough for a Vilonia Eagle. First down.
So the Eagles are going to come back out in the traditional split back set. Erie's going to be in the bottom slot with Ozier. Give is to Bartlett. He is going to be stuffed for a very small gain. It's going to bring up 2nd and long for the Eagles.
Number 44 there for the Panthers on a pretty solid hit. Good fundamental tackling, Levi Keller.
So here come the Eagles again. Same setup as just we had on the last play. Myers has the ball. He's going to pitch it to Bartlett this time. Kirk with a good block on the edge. Bartlett lowers the shoulders, runs over the first Panther. There's the rest of them to help out. He's got a good gain out to the 35-yard line where it's going to be 3rd down and 3. The guy over there, guy over there with the down marker, he doesn't care much for Vilonia. I can say he's trying to hang back there and spot us further back, even though the line judge is sitting there saying it's up here on the 35.
Yeah, and you look at that Greenbrier. The Panther defender took the ball in the end zone after the play was blown dead. You're not used to seeing the referees blow that one the Eagles' way.
Oh, absolutely not. Here we go. Myers is going to quickly throw it out to Hinsley. Hinsley gets up ahead for the first down, and he's tackled out of bounds across the 40 to the 41-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Eagles there.
Number 2, Shannon Howard on the tackle there, getting him out of bounds, but nonetheless matriculating the ball down the field.
Oh, you're going to try to use Allen's terms, are you?
I like the word now.
Oh, you know what? I forgot to, Alan, if you're listening and you're trying to communicate with us via the live fan feedback, I'm sorry I forgot to bring that up.
Live fan feedback.
Well, I listened to the buzz and I get that. Kirk bounces off would-be tacklers in the middle, spins around the edge, and actually makes a fairly good gain on what was about to be just a yard or two.
Corey, can I ask you my DNN trivia question of the game? The live fan feedback for the buzz, who sponsors that? Do you know?
Yeah, I'm going to have to think about it for a moment. I listen every day. So, well, I mean, I guess it depends on which particular show you're talking about. Keithley
Company Service. Yep.
Keithley Service Company live fan feedback.
There you go.
So Myers rolls to his right looking to pass. Hinsley on the comeback route. He's open, tries to stay in bounds, does, and stumbles out across the 40 down to the 38-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Eagles there.
I like that play, Corey. You got Erie looked like he was running a vertical go, and then you got that little looked like an out route for Hinsley, catching the ball there on the sideline, good enough for a first down. Hinsley, of course, showing the athleticism off there.
Alan Wade, a no-show on the live chat. There's the
Wow.
quick pitch to Kirk. He's around the left end, dragging a tackler a couple of yards farther down the field with him. He's going to be down to the 32-yard line. I guess they're going to mark him at the 33 now. It's going to bring up 2nd and about 4 from there, a long 4.
A long 4 to say the least, because once again, you got your Mr. Box over there not giving us anything.
Oh, no, not at all.
He's on the other side of the yard marker.
If it comes down to those guys helping us out, we are in trouble. I'm telling you right now.
Gosh.
Myers has it. It's going to roll to his right again.
Erie.
Looking for Erie out there in the flats, and that ball is way overthrown. Erie had no chance at that one. It's going to bring up 3rd down and a long 4.
2:22 left to go here. Can the Eagles score in that little amount of time?
Yeah, I think so. I'll tell you what, the Panther defense is doing a good job of keeping us from taking any really big shots down the field. Hinesley had the first opportunity there early in the game, and since then they've been dropping back a little deeper into coverage, trying to keep our receivers in front of them.
Yeah, no knock on the Greenbrier defense.
No, they're doing a great job. Pitch is going to go to Bartlett. There's tacklers out there, and nothing doing for Bartlett on the little triple option play. I think the pitch might have come a little bit early. You'd like to see Myers take that down the line and draw that defensive end. Either draw the defensive end to him or make him go to the pitch man and then make your choice. That's just a little bit quick on the pitch.
Yeah.
There by Myers.
Here's an interesting observation as we look up for fourth down. Well, I was going to say, do we go for it or pin them? Looks like we'll go for it here.
We like to score points.
That's right. I don't think we've punted all season.
This time Myers is going to roll to his right again, looking for Hinesley on the comeback route. Hinesley has the catch and the first down. They're going to say he is, I guess, in. Nope, they're going to say he's out of bounds. So first down, Eagles down at the 23-yard line. Clock stops with 1:43 left to play here in the half.
Corey, we traveled really well tonight. We really, for junior high, middle of the 8th grade game, you look at a good crowd over there for the Eagles. High school with the band over there, we might just have another tight setup as we always do here at Greenbrier.
Eagles go into the spread look as Hinesley comes in motion. Give's going to be to Hinesley. He has running room there around left end. He's going to be tackled by number 1, Mathis, after a short gain. Well, not really a short gain. I guess he got about 6 there.
Well, it'd be 7 if it wasn't for the
I was going to say, depending if you go with the official or the box.
Yeah.
2nd and 4 for the Eagles there at the 17-yard line.
He's not one of those Greenbrier kids you beat up back in high school, is he?
No, he's not.
Oh,
I did
okay.
coach Pee Wee football against him, though.
Oh.
There's the trap play going to Bartlett, and anything inside, the Panthers are all over. Our interior blocking is not holding up at the moment. Drake, we're probably going to need to throw some more screen passes to spread that defense out.
Yeah.
Or run some more of those jet sweeps, because they're not covering the jet sweep well at all, but they are doing a good job of covering what we're doing in the interior of the line there.
Those slants, those out routes, things like that to get them to stay true and not just guard the middle and cover the box. That's what you got to do to spread it out.
That's right. I shorted the DNN commercial a moment ago. We're gonna roll that DNN commercial real quick in its entirety during the Eagle timeout.
On your football. DNN Construction has always been a supporter of Bologna athletics, and Bologna football is no exception. On behalf of the Bologna Eagle Football Foundation, we thank you for your continued support of Bologna football.
We do appreciate both of our sponsors, DNN Construction and the Charlie Roller Foundation. We also want to say a thank you to the Bologna Eagle Football Foundation for making this broadcast possible, and also the broadcast of the senior high football games as well. So this, as we've said before, this is Eagle Vision, and it's brought to you by the Bologna Eagle Football Foundation, Charlie Roller Foundation, and DNN Construction. Myers rolls to his right. He's going to have to keep, and he's going to be taken down for a loss, it appears. Might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage.
44 there on that one again, Levi Keller.
Yeah, they're actually going to give him a yard. They're going to mark him out to the 16, so it's 4th and 3 now, Drake.
All right, here we go.
42 seconds left to play. Going to be interesting to see what the Eagles do here if we let the play clock run out and don't give Greenbrier any time in case we don't convert, or we go ahead and run the play quickly and save seconds for ourselves. We're going to go quickly. Pitch to Kirk. Good block by Bartlett. Kirk's going to have the first down and more. He's going to be out to the 5-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal from the Eagles there. And Coach Morris is going to take another timeout here to conserve the final 18 seconds of the clock. Eagles are going to have a couple of cracks at it from the 5, Drake, with 18 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, you like to see the Eagles getting the ball down the field. Not very quickly, but at least moving the football and putting themselves in position to score here at the 5. If we were in the 9th grade ball game, we'd probably be saying bring on Mr. Newman there on that 4th down from the 15, 16-yard line. But one thing I'd like to point out, the Eagles aren't getting a lot of love tonight from our stadium announcer. We had a Greenbrier Pee Wee game the other night, and man, Mr. Steve Austin, our camera guy, was there, and actually he slotted me. He was very upset that I gave Greenbrier so much credit for how staunch their Pee Wee team was. He was very upset that I was so adamant about Greenbrier's team. And then tonight, no love for the Eagles around Panther country. Squawk. I did. I found the Panther, the yeah, and I played it once over the PA, and I'm not sure, but I believe Mr. Austin's head may have exploded.
So here come the Eagles. Bartlett's going to split out to the top of the screen with Erie and Hinesley. Myers in the gun. He's going to throw the quick out to Bartlett. There's tacklers everywhere.
Oh!
Sidesteps him, and he's going to be in. Touchdown, V-Town. I thought that play was dead in the water, Drake, and Bartlett just pulls the stick move off of PlayStation on him, says, whoop, I'm going to the house.
He had a whole pack of Panthers over there gathered like wasps around Bartlett, but he makes his way into the end zone.
A pack gathered like wasps. I get the pun.
That's a pun.
I get the pun. For those of you at home, we did have a significant wasp issue here in the visitors' booth before the game. You see Myers rolling to his right. He's going to throw to Hinesley, and they do convert the 2 points.
Finally.
Eagles go up by the score of 14-0 here with 10 seconds left to play. And Drake, the odd thing to me is, no, I guess there was 18 seconds left to play before we snapped the ball on the touchdown. So it is a dead clock on the conversion. But 14-0, 8th grade Eagles lead it, and that should be what they're going to lead by going into the half, barring a return off of the kickoff by the Panthers here. But I'm going to suspect that we maybe go with the onside again, as you see Ozier and Bartlett both lined up to kick for the Eagles. It's always a mystery to us which one's going to kick. It's going to be Bartlett this time. Definitely goes with the onside. Again, the Panthers unable to hold it, and guess whose football?
Boom!
Bologna Eagle football. And after, Drake, I looked over at the clock after we had already jumped on the ball. It still said 10. Then they ran 2 seconds off of it. So we're going to have 8 seconds to go 51 yards. And the Panthers have only controlled the ball one time in the whole first half.
Yeah. We've got one timeout. I say, what do? Throw 15 yards downfield and then take your, you go down or get out of bounds with 3 seconds left.
Well,
take
Drake,
a timeout.
With the live clock coming off of the change of possession, we have to take our timeout now.
That's right.
So you basically have one play. So I think I suspect we're probably going to go 5 wide, and we're gonna run the all go routes and see if we can get if Myers can sling it before the interior of the line gets to him.
I've seen it in a situation where you pull a quarterback sneak, but I don't know if it'd be the wisest thing to do in this one.
I don't think I'm not sure that's Myers' forte, running 51 yards down the field through the entire Greenbrier defense.
Not
now,
usually.
If he had the edge and he had a guy or two to beat, then definitely, but not. I don't think that's his forte.
Greenbrier looking like they'll load the far side right now. You got one guy over here to our near side that's way off of number 17. Is that Ozier?
Eagles are going to go with the split back veer set. They're going to throw it quick to Hinesley, and he's going to try to take it himself. He gets out of bounds with. It was 3 seconds on the clock when he stepped out, 2 seconds when the whistle is blown. So the Eagles are going to get another shot here one more time from the 34-yard line, and, well, we're going to take our 4th time out of the half. Assuming that your count was correct earlier. Are you sure that Greenbrier didn't take one of those timeouts? Because I'm agreeing with you. I think that would be our 4th if we took them all. Maybe the Panthers took a timeout because there's no argument coming from the Panther coaches, so apparently we just mischarged one timeout earlier in the half to the wrong team.
Probably I guess we did. Is that a technical foul if you call 4 timeouts? Isn't that a technical foul in football? What is it, 2 extra points and you get the ball?
Yeah, you're right. It does say we. So maybe maybe they play different rules over here in Panthers area and John Hawks Memorial Field. Maybe it's timeouts per game because it's still showing 2 for us on the board and 2 for Greenbrier. I know we've taken at least. I thought 3 we had taken at least 3.
I think we're at 4 right now. So.
Not the first time we've ever been confused in the broadcast
Maybe
booth, though. That's
Bologna
okay.
Pee Wee basketball rules where you get your timeouts, use them whenever.
It's possible. I'm going to tell you a good story about timeout theory here in a moment. Myers is going to set up in the gun. Kirk, the lone back.
Hinesley.
Got receivers deep all over the field. It's going to go to Bartlett, and it's going to be Drake, if Bartlett continues and runs that out and catches the ball in stride instead of turning around, that's 6 points.
Yeah.
He stops, turns around, and it just barely floats over his head out of his reach. Good throw by Myers. Good play call because Hinesley ran the cornerback completely out of the play. Erie ran the nickelback out of the play there, and Bartlett was all alone.
Yeah. Yeah, he was. You like that. That seems like they were double covering Hinsley as he was into the end zone over here, and just knowing that he was going to get the ball. And Bartlett, as you said, he turned around and jumped for it. If he'd have just kept going a little bit more, that would have been a touchdown V-Town.
So the Eagles lead it by a score of 14-0 here at the half. We are going to take a quick break. I'm going to roll both of those commercials again. Then you'll probably hear just a little bit of music. And we'll be back to you here in just a couple of minutes. This is Valonia Eagle 8th grade football live on Eagle Vision.
Charlie Roller was an outstanding athlete at Valonia, and he truly exemplified what it meant to be a Valonia Eagle. On behalf of the Valonia Eagle Football Foundation, we would like to say thank you to the Friends of Charlie for their continued support of the Charlie Roller Classic. This event has allowed ongoing support to many sporting events and activities throughout the Valonia School District. D&N Construction has always been a supporter of Valonia athletics, and Valonia football is no exception. On behalf of the Valonia Eagle Football Foundation, we thank you for your continued support of Valonia football.
Welcome back to Valonia Eagle 8th grade football live from John Hawks Memorial Field here on the campus of the Greenbrier Panthers. You can hear me, you just can't see our video feed, but now you can. So either way, so the timeout story goes like this, Drake.
The timeout story. Is this – I'm excited. All right,
I've told it before. I just don't remember if it was during a junior high game or during a high school game. But this is the timeout story. A wise man once told me that he thinks, especially in youth sports, there should be a timeout rule as follows. However many timeouts you have left at the end of the game, you get to get that many points added to your final score.
Whoa! Whoa! What?
Yes. I think that may have been because of my propensity to never call timeouts in Pee Wee basketball.
What? A wise man?
He's pretty wise.
Was it you?
No, I'm not
the
wise man.
You didn't tell yourself that?
No, I did not tell myself that. The first time he told me, I just looked at him like, are you for real here? And he was indeed for real. So I'm suspecting I'm going to start getting a message from him on my phone just any moment when he actually hears that I've told that story again. But that's the theory.
Wow. That's a little bit too much for me. In youth sports? Oh.
How many times have you lost by 1 point and you still had 2 timeouts left?
I mean, I don't. It's hard to fathom, Corey.
It adds a whole other dimension to the game. That's the point.
As a coach, you know, I've coached Pee Wee sports, and I can't. The pressure of that.
I didn't say it was a good plan.
Because every time you take a timeout, that you need a timeout, you know, you're really.
Well, the other theory is the coach that calls every timeout that he has, no matter what, because you can't take them with you.
And how about the opposing coach that just knows that he's winning by 3, but at the end of the ball game it's going to be tied because the other team is not, you know, you're just trying to get the other team to take a timeout, doing everything you can.
You better go score some more points. That's the way I feel about it.
Oh, my goodness. That's a little bit too much for my head right now.
Score more or force me to take a timeout. Now what? That's next level.
That is how do you force another? That's a Greg Popovich question. He could do that.
I'm sure.
Bill Belichick could do that. I mean, there are guys.
Oh yeah, definitely. You know, the Zen master. I can't think of his name right off the top of my head. He would get you to do it with mind control. You know what I'm talking about.
Where do you start? I mean, I can't even.
Who's the Zen Master? Help me out with that one.
The Zen football, basketball, baseball.
Basketball. Jordan, Pippen, Rodman, their coach. I feel so dumb right now. This is like when I couldn't come up with
Steve Jackson. Steve Jackson.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah, they're just.
Huh.
There was some water spilled up off our press box up here. Somebody threw some popcorn or water down here onto some Greenbrier fans, and they were not. They didn't take a liking to that. I'm not sure if who may be up there.
I know we have some people up there.
Oh,
but
I figure it wasn't our people.
Surely to goodness it's not. It's got to be.
It'd be okay. I mean, as long as we keep it quiet. No, I don't think any of them would do that.
Well, the two that I know for sure up there, there's no way they're going to do it. You
No.
see, Ozier teased the ball up there. Again, him and Bartlett both up. Where either could be the kicker here. Bartlett's been successful on 2 onside kicks already, so we'll see who kicks it this time. Looks like it's going to be Ozier. We're going to go to the wide side of the field, looking for the hop. And the Panthers are finally able to recover one. That's number 6, Keaton Whitley. And they're probably pretty proud of that because Drake, they only had 1 offensive possession the entire first half.
Yeah, that's the starting point there. Keaton Whitley, isn't that a country singer?
Keith Whitley would be the country singer.
Oh.
You say it best when you say nothing at all.
That's right. No, that's Allison Krauss. What are you talking about?
Oh, but Allison Krauss did the remake, Young Grasshopper. The original was Keith Whitley and better. You see number 25, Harp, there on the jet sweep. Somebody had a hold of him there and didn't let go. That's little Clay Jones going for a ride but hanging on till the buddies get there to help him out. It's number 59 and number 65. I'm looking for names.
Millsap and Trent Gray. And Millsap helped the ball carrier. I mean, didn't just help him up. He picked him up by the shoulder pads and said, all right, we're standing up now. And I like that. Good sportsmanship out there, showing some kindness in the wake of rivalry.
So it's going to be Wilcox and Hewitt in the backfield. Number 11's the wingback. Harp's in motion. Give's going to be to Hewitt opposite of the motion. He falls forward like he always does. Who's there on the bottom of the pile for us? Hinesley is in there, and so is Trent Gray.
Yeah, you had looked like 47 and 48, Strange and English had a hand in it, but as you said, Gray and Hinesley, the main men on that one, and the lights have come on.
So, okay, so that was a first down. I got confused there for a moment. I had a brain fart. Same set as before. 11, Robert Jones is the wing back. It's going to be Hewitt trying to go around left end.
Ooh, there you go. That's what you like to see, the defense for the Eagles rallying together and pushing the pile back. Greenbrier not getting any extra yards right there with number 34, Seth Kirk, leading the way, jumping in there at the very end.
Well, Ben Casper was the one who made that play happen the way it did. He was the first Eagle to get a hold of Hewitt. Hewitt not easy to bring down. Casper held on just long enough for the cavalry to arrive, and it was nothing else doing for Hewitt as he loses 3 yards on first down to bring up 2nd and 13 back at the Eagle 45. Cooper Wilcox going to throw this time. That's Mathis.
Ooh.
Kirk misses. Somebody's got a hold of him. Oh, that's a rough-looking tackle. I hope Mathis is okay. He's rolling off. He's good. Got bent over backwards there. That's 65, Trent Gray.
11, Hinesley was in there as well.
And Kirk also there in the neighborhood. So that's going to be a gain of about 6 on second down. So it brings up 3rd and 7 for the Panthers, just inside the Eagle 40. Wilcox is going to be alone in the backfield this time with Hewitt split to the near side slot. He's the man in motion. Give is to Hewitt, double reverse to Jackson Harp, and that's bad news for the Panthers as the Eagles sniffed that out from the get-go. Huge loss on the play back to the 48-yard line where it's going to bring up 4th and halfway back to V-Town for the Panthers.
Yeah. 34 with a very fundamental play for the Eagles. Who's that again?
I don't know his name. I don't think he's even on the sheet.
It's that.
Oh wait, it's that Kirk guy.
No, it's a foreign transfer, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, Sam Olashibutu.
Yes. Haven't called him very much this season.
So Wilcox goes back into the backfield in the shotgun with Hewitt. He's going to roll to his right, looking deep down the field. Flag on the play. Pass is incomplete. That flag is in the area of holding With the incomplete pass, you'll see the Eagles decline that, and they're going to get great field position after the big defensive stop.
Where did this crew come from? I like these guys.
Well, they had a rough start, but they're doing a lot better here lately.
Yeah.
I think I recognize the one on camera. I've seen him somewhere before. I don't know where it is, but so holding on the Panthers indeed. Penalty is declined. Turnover on downs to the Eagles at their own 48-yard line where they'll have 1st and 10. And something that hasn't happened many times this year, and that's the starting offense remaining on the field into the second half.
We might have our first second-half touchdown of the season right here.
It's possible, because I don't even think we scored in the second half against Searcy. Didn't we score all of our points in the first half and then just played chess the second half?
I don't know.
Maybe
we may have 12 in the first half.
It's possible I could have lied in the pregame show.
Yeah.
That happens sometimes. So Ogier, Erie, and Bartlett split to the top of your screen. Hinsley's to the bottom. Bad snap. Myers has it. He's looking to get away. Gets away, looking to throw down the field, and just runs out of bounds there. You feel like in high school that's probably a flag where he gets hit and as deep as he gets taken out of bounds there. Not so in the 8th grade. Big loss for the Eagles. It's going to be second down, and I'm going to have to do some counting here. 5, 10, about 20, 2nd and 20. Back at the Eagle 37-yard line.
Yeah. May even call it 21.
That ball didn't even get off the ground there on the snap. Myers was not ready for it to come at his feet, so he doesn't get a hold of it. Hinsley, Erie, Bartlett split wide to the top of your screen. Ogier to the bottom. Quick throw to Bartlett is almost picked as it's well behind Bartlett and actually straight into the numbers of the defender. I mean, I bet that guy wishes he had that to do all over again.
Yeah, Tucker Carden right there, and they say there's a reason you're playing defense.
I've heard that. So the Panthers coaches telling their guys to drop back and play. It looks like they're going to play a 3-deep defense here on 3rd and 20. And we don't got to get it all here. I mean, let's get 10 or 12 and then take the rest of it on 4th down. Myers looking to pass. He does on Hinsley on the bubble screen. Hinsley splits the first 2 defenders. He's going to have he's actually going to have 13 of those yards I asked for. So it's going to bring up 4th and 7, which is extremely manageable for this 8th grade Eagle offense at the Panther 49.
That little jailbreak screen, very, very effective. I've seen it go for many good gains, especially when it's ran so well with this 8th grade squad. And even against Clarksville last week, we saw it go for quite a lot of yardage.
So Erie goes to the top slot with Ogier. Hinsley split to the bottom. Myers is going to roll to that side. He throws to Erie, complete out across the 40. Erie gets the turf monster treatment himself, dives forward across the 35 out to the 33. That's going to be a big Eagle first down right when the Panthers thought they had us where they wanted us.
Yeah, no kidding. Short there for the Panthers, but nonetheless, Erie with a good catch.
I wish he would have kept his feet. I'd like to see what could have happened there. That old turf monster, he's a bad mamma jamma. It's going to go to Hinsley this time on the quick out. Hinsley makes the first guy look silly, and he's off to the races. Finally pushed out of bounds by number 15, Hewitt, but not before he gets down to the 11-yard line, and the Eagles are going to have 1st and 10 there. And Hewitt getting up off the pile, acting like he has a little bit of bravado or maybe just completely frustrated because they're getting owned at the moment.
Not sure that Mr. Hewitt is too happy with what is going on at this moment.
Well, you just went from 4th and 20 to 1st and 10 down at your own goal line, and that's tough pill to swallow. But as we said at the outset, this Eagle offense is tough to handle. Ogier completely open at the top of the screen. He's going to crack block there. It's going to spring Seth Kirk for the touchdown, V-Town. What were they doing defensively, Drake?
I don't know. I almost had a heart attack because no one was within 20 yards of Ogier. Nobody. It looked a lot like UCLA, Texas A&M earlier this season. Did you see that one?
Yes, I did.
Nobody's guarding the receiver, especially that one was the very end of the ball game. But this one right here, not a single soul on Ogier. If we wouldn't have scored right there, I may have pulled my hair out.
That's where you'd like to see Myers notice that and go with the hot route and just throw it out there to Ogier and give him a score.
Yeah.
Either way, touchdown for Valonia. We'll take the points.
That's what I was gonna
say.
They
go up 20-0 as they're looking to convert here. And we've got our jumbo set in, and that's Colton Barrow in the backfield. He takes the direct snap, and he is
not
going to be denied. 2-point V-Town, Colton Barrow.
2-point V-Town.
I don't know. I had to come up with something special since we had the jumbo package. There's not a guy out there that weighs less than $135. Look at him.
Does that 2-point V-Town, that doesn't rhyme. I can't. What's going on there?
It just rolled off the tongue.
Spike down V-Town?
Kind of like that, but a little bit better.
Oh, come on. Come on.
So Eagles lead at 22-0 here.
Who's going to kick? Let's place our bets.
I'm going to go Ozier.
No, then I'll have to go Bartlett.
That's why I jumped on Ozier so quickly, because I think he's actually going to kick. I was afraid you were going to pick him.
Yeah, he is. He's going to kick.
So minute 20 left to play in the third quarter. Panthers in an interesting setup. They're expecting Bartlett to kick, I think.
It's going to be Ozier.
It is Ozier, and he's not going to get the roll, and that is a dangerous job of fielding the ball there by the Panther return man number 6, Keaton Whitley. You should never come forward before the 10 yards and try to touch it. I don't think. I mean, maybe the coaches have told him a different rule. That's fine, but
I mean, there's no good way to recover that ball against the Eagles, you know. I mean, that really you're setting yourself up for a bad situation because both Eagle kickers can place it so well.
Well, and typically Ozier gets on top of the ball a little bit better, and he gets that end-over-end roll and that big hop at about 8 yards where it gets over that initial line, and we cover that one fairly easily most times.
It's a Pulaski Bruin type kick.
You
gotta appreciate greatness.
I do, but
recruited greatness.
I'm not even going to say that they recruit. I'm just not a big fan of Kevin Kelly. 41 is the ball carrier there. Bartlett and Kirk there early. There's another Eagle on the tackle.
56 was in there. Jonathan Welch, if I believe I'm viewing correctly.
Are you sure you're on the 8th grade roster?
Yes, I am.
Okay, I'll go with that.
Or it could have been 96. Elisha Lee.
I'm going to go Elisha Lee. I'm no slight to Mr. Welch, but
yes, it was. It was 96 okay. Elisha Lee.
All right, very good.
Oh, how my eyes deceive me.
It happens. It's okay. Wilcox brings number 41 in motion there. It's going to be probably a false start on the Panthers. Indeed it is. So 41, that's Dawson Spencer. Where is Hewitt? That's my question. You know what, Drake?
Yeah.
Hewitt's already played in the third quarter, so holding him out here is not saving him for anything for the 9th grade game because you're allowed, I don't know, is it 5 or 6 quarters?
6 quarters, I believe.
But still, he's already appeared in the third quarter, so he would still have his 6.
It's the intelligence, the thought process. You can't even try. And I want to know, Mr. Steve, did you get a camera view on the hug that happened in the backfield right there? Mr. Colton Barrow coming over to number 6, Keaton Whitley, after the offsides, and just gave him a nice little hug back there. You love seeing that.
Well, you know, it's just like I said earlier, Drake. A lot of these kids know each other away from the game of football, and they are, you know, they're enemies, you know, out there between the goal lines, but they're friends away from it. So you expect to see a little bit of that. Hewitt's sitting on the bench, so I don't know if he's hurt or if he's just taking a breather and going to play some in the 9th grade game.
We could see him. You know, the kids nowadays call it frenemies. I guess it's a word you can use nowadays. I assume you could not use that word between Valonia and Greenbrier back when you were in school.
We would not have ever used a word like that back when I was in school. So the quick out goes to number 21. A couple of Eagle tacklers get tangled up there. 21 is Thatcher Strack. He's pushed out of bounds by our own number 21.
Oh.
That is Colton Dunlap.
I don't really know what happened there.
I'm going to say miscommunication, or just one didn't expect the other to be there, and little dipsy-do over one another trying to chase down Mr. Strack.
A little turf monster, and that just
Keaton Whitley is the new quarterback into the game for the Panthers. Matt, that's his dad. Mr. Cooper Wilcox over here on the sideline as well. So it very well could just be other players getting into the game for Greenbrier, and I don't know how that's a legal snap with the quarterbacks going forward. And Colton Dunlap tips the ball up. It's intercepted by number 39, Brady Ussery. He is out of bounds when he makes the catch, and that would have been 39's Dustin Jones. My bad, right. DJ. So it wouldn't have been his second interception because Brady had one earlier this year.
Yeah, he did. 4th down and long here, and man, that play for the Eagle defenders in the backfield. You ever watch marching band fails?
Oh, yeah.
One of them falls, the entire band goes down. That's about what it looked like out there. A little uncoordination, but with a 20-point lead, you can afford that.
So here comes the Panthers again on 4th and 10. Snap is going to go. It's the quick out to number 21. Strack. Ball is punched out. It's going to be Eagles football no matter what happens. One of the Panther players covers the ball. Turnover on down Eagles, and that's almost as good as an interception because we get it all the way out to the Panther 41-yard line.
Yeah.
Let's see. We're going to see the Eagles' second-team offensive unit trot onto the field here with 5 minutes and 38 seconds left to play in the game. Eagles leading 22-0. Panthers sending their second-unit defense out also, so they are going to basically concede this one. At this point.
Yeah.
And, it's going to be a W number 1 for the Eagles traveling across county here to Panther Field.
Yeah. Hope to go 2-0 tonight.
On a full moon? Is that what you're pointing at? So that is going to be – who got the ball, Drake? I didn't see.
Wilson or Goers, I'm assuming.
Goers did not have the ball. That's 12. That's Jake Norman keeping it himself.
Oh, there you go. I lied to you. Look at that, though. Look at the stands.
Oh yeah, it looks great with the bands filled in over there, and we've got fans from the 35 to the 35. I mean, it's not completely filled in. You could get a few more over there, but a good crowd for junior high football over here tonight in Greenbrier.
Yeah.
Norman has his guys set. He has the ball. He's going to throw the quick out to number 38. It is complete. I believe that's Sam Kirk, is it not? It is Sam Kirk. I think that's his first reception of the year. Not the best of throws, but excellent job to go back, grab it, and actually get a positive gain there. Good job, Samo. Third and I'm giving him a half a yard. Our stick guy over there is awful, so we're going to call it 3rd and 9 and give Samo the 1 yard gain on the reception. Norman has it. He's going to pitch it this time to number 14. That is... I know his name. It's just not coming.
Oh,
Hunter
there was
McCool.
A big hit there. McCool slamming the defender down.
I like it.
Number 3 there defensively for the Panthers. That is Bryant Johnson. And you can't say that he made a tackle because he just got absolutely driven to the ground.
I don't even see him out there anymore.
No, he came to the sideline.
He got driven plumb out of the game.
Rightfully so. He got hit hard.
I looked down to check a name, and I didn't even get to see it. Doggone.
You just heard the ooze?
I did. It sounded good from that aspect.
Yeah.
Give's going to be to Goers this time, straight up the middle, and Goers is going to push forward for some more yards. Guys, get in there and help him out. Push the pile. Come on now. Goers is going to have a first down out across the 30 to the 28-yard line. Good hard run by Mason Goers right up the middle.
Yeah, he's that power back, man. He knows how to do it better than most of them.
3 minutes and 45 seconds left to play here in the game. That's going to be Hank Sal in the slot to the top of your screen. Aaron Brown split wide to the bottom. Norman has it. Pitches to Goers. Goers looking for room.
Come on,
McCool with a block. Oh, Goers makes the first man miss, and he's off to the races. Dragging defenders. Finally going to be tackled out of bounds, but not before another Eagle first down out at the 16-yard line.
Number 37 there for the Panthers on the initial contact, taking him out of bounds. That's Zuriel Zapata. He is the
Zapata. Yeah, I heard it the same time you did.
Zapata.
PA announcer corrects us. We need to holler Hinsley across there because he was calling him Hensley earlier.
Oh, not to be confused with Roca.
Well, that's when your own guy does it. It's different. That's McCool on the carry. Second thought goes around right in. And it's going to be touchdown, V-Town. Awesome job by the second offensive unit to go and score on the Panthers. Brings the game to 28-0. Valonia leads it.
Hats off.
I love it, Drake.
Hats off to Mr. McCool with a hard run right there. You got a 22-point lead, but why give up here? Second team offense driving the football. Mason Goers setting him up down there. Credit to him. And McCool just running with like a bull with his head down.
It's going to be Goers straight up the middle, and the 2-point is good. Give us 2 more. That's going to be an even 30. Eagles lead the Panthers, and the route is on with 2 minutes and 57 seconds left to play. Jubilee in the stands across the way. Sadness in the stands on our side of the field.
I don't feel bad.
I don't feel one bit bad.
I don't feel bad.
It is a rivalry game. Rivalry game. I always struggle with that.
Yeah, that's.
Y'all will also get to hear me bungle that tomorrow night as the Panthers travel to our stadium to play senior high football tomorrow night. That's going to be a big matchup. Greenbrier playing for a potential number 1 seed going into the playoffs. It could happen. I think.
Well, Alma has the head-to-head, so Alma's gonna. If Alma loses, Greenbrier will still be second because Alma has the head-to-head.
Well, I swear I saw one of the Fearless Friday guys lay out a scenario that Greenbrier could win the conference if they beat us by enough points tomorrow night, and enough teams lose by enough points. Who knows? You can read anything you want on Fearless Friday.
That's exactly right. Can I tell you my DNN trivia question of the game?
Oh yeah. Lay it on me.
2014. Okay. The Eagles played against Greenbrier in 8th grade football, 2014. They played against Greenbrier on this field. That season, who is the leading receiver for your Valonia Eagles? That was back in the Double Wing Jim Stanley days. 2014 8th grade Valonia Eagles.
I've got a feeling it's none other than Drake Toll.
It is Drake Toll. 84 yards on the season out of the Double Wing. 4 receptions. Thank you, Mr. Steve.
Give is going to be to number 11 out.
Oh,
actually, that's number 41. We're going to need to make a tackle. Please make a tackle. Thank you, Dustin Jones, finally making a tackle, but not before the Panthers get down to the 20-yard line. They're going to have a 1st and 10 there, and Drake, this clock cannot roll fast enough.
No, please keep rolling. I don't want them to score. We
need to blow that clock going because I saw him and signal that the player was in bounds. It is running now. 2 minutes and 5 seconds left to play. Panthers moving with some haste here, wanting to put points on the board before the game is up. Gibbs going to be to number 41 again. Casper's there, turns him back inside, and that's bad news for the Panther running back as Ben Casper's buddies are there to make the stop. Colton Barrow.
Luke Wilson down in there.
Was there anybody else?
I don't know, but Colton Barrow has been looking good tonight, I'll say that. And, leading receiver in the 8th grade, I don't feel like you didn't give me enough credit on that. I thought you'd be excited for me.
Well, we started playing football too quick. I couldn't focus on it because they had a big run going.
You'd be excited for me. I really did. Still no congratulations.
Is that your life accomplishment
in
football?
It's my claim to fame.
Okay,
Corey.
well then good job, Drake. Quarterback rolling to his right. He's throwing to the end zone, and absolutely no defense in the area. An absolute breakdown by the Eagles secondary.
Oh.
And there's that god-awful Panther scream that they play over here at John Hawks Memorial Field. I didn't want to have to hear that tonight. Unfortunately, I did. 30-6. Valonia leads the Panthers with the ensuing 2-point conversion to come.
Forgot how much I hated that noise. Played ball here a few too many times. Oh, there it is again.
It again for us. I think you heard us.
Yeah.
Gave us an extra growl.
Hats off.
Excellent job there by the Panther Stadium musician. Yeah, I couldn't think of it there.
In-house musician.
Panthers are going to throw for the conversion. Pass is incomplete, so that conversion is going to be no good. 30-6 the score now, and the Eagles have given up their 2nd touchdown of the season. 1:12 left to play, and it's going to be interesting to see if coaches Morris and Sisson decide to try to put some more points on the board here.
I wonder if there's an eagle noise over there on the soundboard for the Panthers. We had one on Saturday, for Pee Wee Saturday. We had a little eagle call going out there. I think that's something we should institute from now on. Just a little press of a button. Give me that eagle call.
I'm not one to want to copy what somebody else already did.
Come
so
on.
We'll let the Panthers have their.
Oh, come on! What if
screech.
Copy it? That's better.
And no, there's no bigger form of flattery than copying someone. So we definitely don't want to do that.
Identity theft is not a joke.
Now, all kidding and all joking aside, hats off to both teams here. A hard-fought game. Panthers played hard, and as we said, it's been a very clean game.
Kindness and love.
Yeah, definitely. And like we said, a lot of friends out here, and so we get silly sometimes on the broadcast, and we say dumb things because we're old, or I'm old. Drake's not.
Getting there.
But we've seen the rivalry for a long time, so no ill will meant towards any of the Panthers fans watching. We're just having a little fun at your expense, as I'm sure that you would if you had the opportunity to do the same. And that ball bounces off of a Panther. I've completely lost my train of thought. Off of one of the Panther players, illegal touching. It's going to be Valonia Eagle ball, at the 48-yard line.
You're right, though. I mean, it's all in good fun here, especially for us broadcasters, knowing the rivalry. At heart, you have to love the Panther squeal.
Absolutely. And there's been some very lopsided games both ways over the years. Neither team really lets up on the other when they have the opportunity to do so.
And why would you? Come on, cross-county rivals.
Absolutely. We wouldn't expect any less out of the Panthers.
No. You got to have somebody to dog, though. You can't just – you got to have one team that you can just say whatever you want to say about it. You know what I'm saying? You got to love the rivalry about that.
Absolutely right. So Hank Sal splits out wide to the right. He's looking for the guy who's supposed to be wide of him, as he's actually the slot receiver. So we run this play with only 10 players. That's going to be Luke Wilson around the right end. He busts through a tackle, gets a good gain out to the 37-yard line of the Panthers. 1st and 10 for the Eagles there.
Number 4, Preston Riddle on the tackle. And 37-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Eagles with 48 ticks on the clock.
Here comes our receivers that were supposed to be out there in the last formation. So actually exceptionally good gain with only 10 players on the field.
How many X's were in that word right there?
Just one. It was just extra stressed. That's going to be Mason Goers off left guard, cutting back across the field, picking up another big gain. He's going to be very close to a first down, and somebody takes a timeout. They really didn't point to who. I guess we called a timeout.
Wow.
21 seconds left to play. Eagles call a timeout, and
Coach Morris, how you've made me smile.
So they called an illegal shift on the Eagles. So maybe there was no timeout at all. Maybe that was a penalty call.
And it looks like that's going to be the ball game.
So sportsmanship by Coach Morris, not the other way around. Clock rolls 13-12.
We may get a playoff.
Eagles are trying to get a playoff. Let them get set before you snap the ball, Norman.
Is that
5 seconds.
They
do get the ball off. It's Mason Goers around left end. Bounces off a couple of would-be tacklers. Good gain out to the 32-yard line. Clock hits triple zeros. And that's going to be all for the 8th grade game. Valonia Eagles 8th grade team dominating the Greenbrier Panthers 8th grade by a score of 30-6 here in the early matchup.
No Panther howls to end the ball game, and you got to like that.
Absolutely correct, Drake. I like a lot about what I saw, except for the one couple of little defensive breakdowns there near the end. You'd like to keep the goose egg up there, but hey, hard-fought game, both sides of the ball. Just like you said, a couple of friendly hugs out there.
Yeah.
You know there's a lot of good jobs and whatnot going on there, going down the line as they're shaking hands. Proud of everybody out there on the field, especially proud of the Eagles. Great job. 8th grade team finishes their season undefeated, 9-0, only allows 14 points throughout the year while scoring 266 points. And, Drake, that's one for the record books.
266-14. Wow.
It's a pretty good ratio if you ask me.
Gosh.
I took a lot of math in school.
Yeah.
And all of it tells me that's a darn good ratio.
Melba Cawthon? We'd have to call Miss Melba and make sure.
Miss Melba is going to tell you that 266-14 is otherworldly.
Can it reduce, though?
No, absolutely you can't reduce that.
What is that, 133-7?
Well, because 16 would be 14. Yeah.
Oh, what?
You're killing me.
We'll have to call Miss Melba Cawthon.
We're going to have to call her in on the broadcast next time. So we will. Let's see. There's 23 minutes currently hanging on the clock. That should be the amount of time between the 8th grade games and 9th grade games. We're going to sign off briefly and rebuild the setup so it is labeled as the 9th grade or freshman academy game for everybody watching at home. Probably come back to you about 5 or 10 minutes before kickoff of the 9th grade game. As I said again, 8th grade Eagles finished their season unblemished, perfect 9-0.
Unblemished.
266-14. They lead all opponents in scoring.
I like that. They didn't lose this year, did they?
That's what I've been told. So, for Drake Toll, this is Corey Erie, also our cameraman, Mr. Steve Austin. We want to say thank you very much to the Valonia Eagle Football Foundation, D&N Construction, and the Charlie Roller Foundation. This has been Eagle Football on Eagle Vision.